What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna go live with you guys for a little bit. What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody in the chat? What's going on? Hope you guys are doing great on this Saturday afternoon. Well, evening in New York City. Afternoon and for the people that's more over out west. So what's up, everybody? I hope you guys are doing good. I'm gonna be on live with you guys for a little bit. Nothing too crazy today, maybe like a half an hour at the most, but I got some shit to say. All right, but I'm waiting for you guys to pop up a little bit more. I'm doing good. But yo, I got some shit to say. I'm gonna let a few of you guys tap in real quick, and then I'm gonna start talking my shit. And I want you guys to tell me your honest opinion, right? Give me a second. I'm gonna write a post. Let me see why I do. Okay, give me a second. But if you guys got any questions to write, I want you to write the questions now, and I'm gonna answer them. All right? Just give me a second. Boom, there you go. That's the fucking, and I'm gonna pin that shit. All right, cool. I got about 12 of you guys in here, and I pinned it, right? So I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story, right? A quick story, and then we're gonna answer some questions, right? So, are you answering on IG? As of right now, if you're talking about answering messages, I have so much messages, and the thing is with IG, right? I have my general messages and I have my primary. I forgot which one. I have like whichever one goes to like the separate folder. A bunch of people message me during the week. They don't know that I don't really answer questions during the week. So that message board gets so full up with messages that, yo, I got a regular life. And sometimes I'll be tired. I'll be like, yo, I don't want to go and answer questions about what's the best oil to use. Sometimes it's like, yo, I'm just tired of it. So that's why I told you guys like 6 months ago, like, if you really want, if it's really a dire need, like, Google the answer first, or Google the question first to see if you can find the answers. And then I kind of am trying to be like the last person you guys go to. But some people like to make me the first, you know, and sometimes I still got a day job and I still got a life. But right now, I'm going to be out on here answering you guys questions. But anyways, let me get this rant out first. If you guys see, I posted this. I posted, why do BMW guys get so butthurt? Here's a quick story for you guys that are watching. So I took my C63 to go get inspected today at All Out Motorworks, right? And on my way back, I bumped into F80 M3. And a CLS, I think it was a CLS 550 or CLS 63. It was probably tuning downpipe, but it's furthermore, I'll explain. So remember, guys, that my C63, it has just a JB4 boost controller and secondary cat delete. That's really it. I don't have nothing else on the car. And I'm trying my best to get some time to dialogue the car, but I have it in map 3, which is like plus 5 or 6 above stock. So the car should be making a little right around that 500 wheel horsepower, a little bit above that 500 wheel horsepower territory at its peaks. So the F80, shit, I don't even know what the fuck it's called. It's the M4, man. I think it's the F80 and F82. So the F80 takes off M3. I take off behind them. We're having some fun in the street. We're having some good chasing as a race back and forth. And it's honestly just a fun and good time, right? And I could tell we're really just evenly matched in power. If he's in front, he takes off, I'm right behind him. If I get in front, I take off, he's right behind me. So we're having some good time with each other. So once the traffic starts, you know, being a lot more heavy, I don't really do all that cutting up because I'm still learning the car. And I'm really a little scared of the C63 because of the amount of torque and the tail happy part. I'm still learning that part. So I pull up next to him in traffic and I'm like, yo, it was fun. You know what this motherfucker did? And he probably has an IG. One of y'all motherfuckers know this nigga. He says, yo, that shit is trash, yo. You need to get rid of that fucking Mercedes. That shit garbage, boy. And I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, what? He's like, that shit trash. And I just rolled my window. I kept it moving. Because at the end of the day, I'm not butthurt. It's just fun. But it's just so crazy that I've never got that much hate in any car. Like, not hate, but like just complete disrespect. In my Infinities, I never had a nigga look at me and was like, yo, your shit trashed, boy. Like, I never had that happen. Like, I would either get like, yo, that shit clean. Yo, that was a good race, but you know, I'm faster. But I never had someone who wanted to like get out the car and like knock me out because I don't have a BMW. Like I swear this dude wanted to get out the car and knock me the fuck out because I don't have a BMW. And the thing is, I never sat there and said I beat the dude. It was just, we were just having a lot of fun in traffic. I'm telling you, we had like 140, 145. And when we had enough space. So it was really good. And I'm just wondering, why do BMW dudes act like this? Like seriously, like why do y'all act like this? I have mad respect for BMW dudes. I have mad respect for majority of vehicles, even though I pick on Mopars with the Q60 love at the end of the day. But I still respect almost all vehicles out there, except for black Toyota Camrys and Buick Sentries and Toyota Prius or whatever the fuck it is, whatever fucking cars. But still, at the end of the day, why do BMW dudes act like this? And I met some really cool BMW dudes, but it's just the one bad apples that was like, yo, grow the fuck up, bro. Like, we had some fun. Like, you that mad? Yo, get over that shit. So you guys tell me what you think. Do you think BMW dudes be really getting butt hurt? Like, do you think like there's really BMW dudes who legit get butt fucking hurt by ending? If they don't win, they think everything else is trash. Tell me straight up, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Like, there's BMW dudes who would get mad at, like, a Lamborghini dude for winning. Like, oh, fuck out of here. My car's not supposed to lose to a fucking Lamborghini. Like, come on, dude. Like, it should be funny. So tell me, guys what you think. But anyways, also, I'm gonna hop off that rant, and I'm gonna answer some of you guys' questions. So you could definitely write your questions in the comment section, and I'm gonna go through it. But tell me what you think if BMW dudes be ranting. Steering column paddle shifters from the G37/Q. So SBX steering column paddle shifters from a G37 or 2016 Q50 will fit my 2018 Q50 Luxe, correct? Just need the wiring harness. That is correct. You're gonna have to buy the shroud, the top and bottom shroud for the steering column, and you're gonna have to get that harness. There's a guy, if you go to one of my videos, I put the link to if you're on Facebook, I put the link to where you could buy from him directly, or his Facebook page, and he'll send you the harness. You have to buy the paddle shifters. Also, you can use the paddle shifters off the Ultimas and Maximas too. Yeah, you can use those. It's a cheaper way of getting it done. You just got to make sure that you buy the shroud. Some people actually got the Ultima shroud too and had to trim them a little bit to fit, but people have used the Ultima shrouds also, which is another way to save a little bit more money. But yes, you can use those paddle shifters on the 2018. So it won't be on the steering wheel, it will be on the steering column. So when you turn the paddle shifters will always be in the same place on the steering column. All right. I have a question, brother. No problem. Go stay lit. Answer the question. Answer. Hey, Boost, are you still running JB4? The JB4 is still on the Q60 for data logging purposes, but I also could add on top of it maybe later. But at the end of the day, I'm just using it for data logging purposes because it's so easier to read rather than using the EcuTech or ECU Tech. The BMWs get mad. Yo, that's for real, Laylo. Like, they be wildin'. Some of them are ego problem, think that their car is top. No, listen, at the end of the day, for anyone's watching, that's a BMW head. I like BMW cars, and I'm cool with any BMW owner. At the end of the day, it's just cars. It's at the end of the day. But I just thought it was funny that there was a hatred between M-Power and AMG. Like, I never really knew it was a thing until I had an AMG and I bumped into somebody that was about their M-Power life. Like, it was a real fucking thing. So it just shocked me, the freaking anger that this dude had. I think he either wanted to really destroy me or leave me, but I don't know. Infinity, guys, we know what we lose and we win. The thing about being an underdog in Infinity world, Nissan world, is, yo, when you win, you win. I've taken plenty of L's. Plenty of L's. I don't have the fastest car out here. No one would ever have. There's always gonna be a faster car. But, yo, at the end of the day, it's just cars, bro. Like, get over it, you know? Yeah, brother, I have a question about wheel specs. Maybe you can help me out real quick. Go ahead, stay lit, exotics. Last lot facts, factual. Yeah, they are like they're cult. You know, M-Power's dope, though. I think that their cars are freaking amazing. I may have a BMW one day. I may get a BMW one day, and I'm gonna understand it once I get there. If I ever do choose to go down the BMW route, I probably will. But at the end of the day, yo, I still love all cars. Like, it's at the end of the day, oh, you guys gonna really sit there and hate on the Tesla Plaid? I'm never gonna hate on that cheater car. That car is gonna be running 9s on the street. Right now, you go to Tesla Plaid, stoplights, you're beating anything. Road racing, you're beating damn near almost everything. Like, cars going to have to come with serious power to beat you from 60 to 130s. It's going to be insane. How much cars can really put those low times, 60 to 130s, with an electric Tesla Plaid? You know, so people are going to hate. Yo, Boost, OEM style mirrors with carbon fiber or M style mirrors with carbon? Well, I'm over here bashing on BMWs, so get the regular carbon fiber style mirror caps. I don't really care for I think the M style looks kind of dope that it comes across, but at the end of the day, I think the regular OEM style is perfectly fine. That's the one that I had on my Q50. Should I upgrade from a 3.7 to a 3.0T Luxe? That's really up to you at Kia, because it all depends on your type of driving. Get a car for its use. Don't get the car because, you know, you want power. Get it for its use. If you know you drive often, you don't really want to think about repairs a year to 5 years from now for specific certain things. Turbo motors have a bit more components that could break over time, especially turbos and also direct injection and a few other things that with the life on a turbo car, there's things that are just gonna have to be replaced. 3.7, change the oil, change the tires, change the brake pads. That's really it. You know, it's nothing really severe that severe or hard to really change on a 3.7, because the 3.7 is a workhorse. Okay, I bought a set of wheels, 19-inch, 9.5 front and a 1911 back. I'm running 255/40 in the front and 285/40 in the rear. Okay, STILLEN Exotics. So what exactly are you trying to ask me here? Exactly. But my back tires look huge, and I don't like the fit. So if you want the tires to have the similar, let me bring the camera down. If you want the tires to run similar circumference, you're gonna have to turn that you can keep the 255/40, but you're gonna have to drop that 285 down to a 35. So it's gonna be 285/35 in the rear. That's gonna give you very similar circumference of the tire and or tire diameter from one side to the other side. So that's my recommendation. Now, you're kind of throwing me off with the 19/11. I don't know how you fit a 19/11 in the rear unless the offset must be something super high, like a 55 offset or a 50 or 45 offset. But even then, you know, you might be able to fit, but that car, it must look funny if it's on a car like that. My back tire looks huge. Hey, Boost, what do you think I should upgrade? Okay, I had to answer that question already. Should I do, yep, that's why I answered the 285/35 in the rear. I already answered that. Hey, stay lit. I have 20s in offset. Okay, cool. So he's helping him out. Appreciate that. I went with 255/35. The rim is okay, cool. Hey, Boost, should I? Okay, I answered that question already. Damn, bro. What's up, Boost? Hope all is well. We all enthusiasts. Stop the platform hate. Yeah, man. Yo, at the end of the day, we're all car enthusiasts. There's nothing wrong with having a friendly rivalry. You know what I'm saying? You guys like that there was a friendly rivalry between Infinities and Mopars. It's a friendly rivalry. At the end of the day, I still think CATBACK 392s are dope-ass fucking cars. I think them shits are cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the V6 guys, man. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, the car looks cool, but it's like without the roar. At least the 5.7s come with the V8. But at the end of the day, I still would respect the general car enthusiasts. At the end of the day, we start from somewhere, you know? So at the end of the day, I don't ever want to diminish someone's joy when it comes to that. But anyways, let me continue. How do you feel about the raise from, I think, the G35 onto the Q60? The double spoke ray wheels from the G35 on the Q60, I don't think it's gonna look good, because they don't really go wide enough. They're like 8.5 or 8 fronts and like 8.5 in the rear, so they're not really that wide. They'll clear your BBK, which is cool, but I don't think it's going to fit the car. To be honest, those wheels are very particular. They don't really, even they still don't look that good. To me, the rays that come on the G35, to me, don't even look really that good on the G35. Most people usually end up taking them off. I think those rays look better like on Maximas and those other specific cars. Like when you put on like other Nissans or maybe even the 4-door G35, I think it look better on those than the actual coupe. That's my opinion. Yo, Boosting, what's going on? Intakes and heat exchanger for 3.0T ideas. Intakes you can keep with stock intakes. Most people usually stay with stock intakes and go with either BMS inlet and drop-in filters, and or the second option is AMS intakes. And there's going to be some other intakes more coming on the market. I'm waiting for AAM to release their intakes this month so you guys can see it. And I think Z1 Motorsports should be releasing their intakes too soon. So hopefully that comes out. I can send you a pic of my car if you want. Jackery, I don't know what you're talking about. It's a convertible offset. So convertible offset plus 15 in the rear? Oh, nah. Plus 15 in the rear on 285 tire on 11-inch wheel. I don't know how that does even if the car is slammed. A 285 on a 15 it's Mexi flush, Stately Exotics. That's no. I know when you tried it on, it must the wheel itself must stick out from the side of the car. But Boom Boom's out. She ain't got on no bra. Shit. Just joined, but question boost. Can I run 275 all around? Yes, you can run 275 all around. No issue. I would love to see Boost 63 and Slow Speed collabo. Yes, I actually DM Slow Speed. I have to check my DMs because I don't know if he might DM me back. I DM'd him last night. The C63 is pretty much ready. I was supposed to get the intakes in, but there's a back order on the intakes I'm supposed to receive for the C63. So if we do collabo in the next week or two, hopefully it's with those intakes. But if not, I'll just run him with the JB4 and the secondary cat delete. It should be a good run. The back is a yeah. So the offset, yeah, because the offset on the rear wheel wells of the G37 and the Q60 is a little wider than the Q50 and the G37. But if you're putting those wheels on a Q50, it's gonna stick out too far from the back. Kev is in the chat. What's going on? I appreciate that. Most def. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. I can tuck. Yeah, you can tuck 275, but you can tuck 275 on like 40, 45 offset. If it's like a 9.5, 10, 10.5, and it's like a 45 offset, 50 offset, you can tuck a 275 in the front and the back. What's next for the Q60 boost? New wheels? No. The Road 392, no. I'm not gonna put new wheels on this car. This car is gonna stay with the Red Sport wheels and spaces. I'm not gonna get that. I wouldn't get wheels. If I got wheels, I would have got wheels back in May. But it's already September. Sooner or later, we're coming out of, summer season. And the next things for the Q60 is I'm going to be installing some resonators for the AAM exhaust. So we're going to do some more sound clips once we add the resonators. I'm supposed to hopefully get that flex fuel kit. Hopefully Hussein from Go Race Box comes back up here and tunes some more cars. Because then I want the car to be retuned on E30 mix. I want to do E30 on this car and see if we could get to 500 wheel on E30 and these modifications. And they're releasing their intakes too, so I would want to have their intakes on this car also. So I would like to get the AAM intakes, AAM flex fuel kit, also make modifications to the exhaust so it sounds better, and then get the car retuned on E30. So that's something I would like to do for the next things with the car. Still have to do a chrome delete, but I'm lazy as fuck, so it is what it is. I haven't even ordered the vinyl yet. What you got planned? Oh, yo, what's up? Best sounding exhaust for a Q60 paired with low down pipes. To be honest with you, I'm not an exhaust man. I'm really not. And there's not much exhaust for the Q60 out in the market right now. So I really can't give you no recommendations. But someone's in the chat is going to give you their recommendations. Next time, turn the camera on the dime. Okay, cool. That they be mad, bro. They got by Nissan. That's why they get. That's facts. Facts. I made a mistake. 1924 offset. I've definitely. Okay, so 285. The convertible is wider. Yep. That's good. I would previously running on. Yep. 25 and barely fly. Okay, I know you can't wait for the TCM. Yeah. So Road 392 is talking about they're supposed to be releasing a TCM Tune for the VR30 and possibly the VQ 7-speed. HP tuners and Go Race Box have been working on trying to get this stuff done. I don't really know the status of it or much information, but this will be super dope because now we can be able to change shift points and line pressure. Line pressure is pretty much how hard are the shifts, so there's no more slipping of the clutches. Because remember, if the clutches and the clutch pads are slipping in the transmission, that's what destroys it. But if you have good, strong, firm shifts, it actually saves the clutches over time. So I hope that is something that does come up soon, because that would definitely change the performance of our cars immediately. That would be insane. That means we'll have access to possibly even a better launch control and everything, and better. We can rev the car. It'll be so much more better. So actually like that, and that could probably change a lot of, that could take off tenths off the quarter mile and 60 to 130s. That could probably take tenths off, just because you'll have more line pressure to the transmission and or the clutch packs. Barely flush. Okay, cool. But thank you for answering my questions perfectly. I appreciate your help. I'm gonna go get those tires immediately. Thank you. Yeah, man, I'm glad I can help you stay exotics, man. I appreciate you too, brother, for subscribing to the channel. Thinking about switching from a Q50 VR30 to a 2018 BMW 340i. What are your thoughts? Bro, at the end of the day, I've said it plenty of times. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not a hater of BMW. The B58 is a superior motor. The ZF8 or the ZF transmission is a more superior transmission than ours. That platform is better. You know what I'm saying? We have a good platform, but theirs is just better. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't think you could go wrong with it. Just make sure when you go to BMW, make sure that you get the specific trim you want, because their trim level cars are a lot more complicated than ours. Like, our cars are a little bit more simpler when it comes to trims. Sometimes they nitpick on their build, so just make sure that you get the specific 340 that you would really want to look into, bro. So my thoughts is, I think it's a go. I would like you to stay with the Infinity team, but it is what it is. You're gonna have to go at some point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always gonna sit there and respect it. So far, a Tanami medallion AXLEBACK, Rev 9 YPIPE, HKS lower downpipes, resonated mid-pipe. Sounds good, but it's pretty quiet. What can I do to make it mean and stay legal? Well, I mean, you said you got a AXLEBACK. The only thing I could see there is you would have to change up your AXLEBACK. You would have to go with more like the muffler deletes that they sell. That would remove those resonated AXLEBACK that you have with the Tanami, and that would give you more of a loud exhaust or louder exhaust. But I really won't be able to tell you how it actually sounds. Your car probably sounds good now, but with these VR30s, once you really change up the exhaust, you'll be surprised how crazy different it sounds when you just remove resonators, at least, or in this case, your AXLEBACK, and go with just regular muffler deletes. Would you trade your Q60 for a 400Z? No. That means I'm gonna lose 2 seats. I love those 2 seats. I put stuff back there. It's good to put stuff back there. Also, even though the 400Z to me is gonna be a good looking car, it's not a luxurious car. It is more up to date with other Nissans, which are pretty dope if you look at the interior. And I've been in a couple of newer Nissans. They're pretty nice. So I think that's dope, but I wouldn't see myself doing that. Also, I love all-wheel drive, and what I can tell you is, even with the C63, even though it has more power, I know that the 400Z will have less power. There's a learning curve. I am still learning rear-wheel drive life, guys. I am really learning rear-wheel drive life, and I don't see myself doing that. At least I don't. All right, so so I talked my crap about the BMWs. Let me see if there's any other updates I can give you guys for the channel. I already told you about the Q60. 63, I don't really have any updates with that car right now. Other than I'm waiting on intakes to come in for them, and that's really it. I haven't got any lip kit. I've been trying to look for a lip kit for the C63, but all their front lips and stuff are like $500, and they're ugly. Like, the companies that make the front lips for those cars are ugly. Like, I don't like any. Like, I would buy a 500 front lip as long as it looks good, and they don't have any good looking front lips for that car. Hate it. Thanks, man. I like the Q50, but these things heat soaks like nuts. And well, you think about it is, bro. It is gonna heat soak, but that's how it is with any car. If you want to get a car that's gonna perform well majority of the time and always have that, you're gonna have to go into the Imperial car platform. So you should just skip right over the 340 and just jump right into an M car. You jump into an M car, a lot of those things go away. Like, the one thing I'm learning is with this car, the Q60, I have to upgrade the heat exchange and all this stuff. The C63, people turn the boost up and all that, and everything else is still stock. Like, you can buy an upgraded heat exchanger and stuff like that for the C63, but most people just don't do that. They still keep the stock cooling system. So you buy a car for its purpose. Don't try to get a car and then make it purpose driven. I don't know if that's a good way I said it, but it is what it is. If you know that's something that you really want to get into, just save the extra coins and just jump into something that can give you that performance you want. I mean, a 2018 340 right now It's still an expensive car. Why don't you just go back to like a 2015, 2016 F80? You know what I'm saying? Just go get an M3. They have reliable cars. I'm telling you right now, with the exception of the crank hub, look up specific F80s. Maybe you might find the owners, or they might state in the description that the crank hub was upgraded. If the crank hub was already changed out, yo, those cars are super reliable, yo. So the price that you would pay for like a 2015, 2016 F80 is like the price you will pay for like a 2018 340. I know it has to be very similar in price. I've seen like $45,000. Damn, they're almost high 30s for a 2015 M3. So that's my recommendation, bro. How do you feel about the Toyota thoughts towards the hydrogen fuel idea to keep combustion engines alive? Using hydrogen as an additive or as a fuel additive. I'm not too skilled at that, or I don't know too much information about that. I do know that there's a process of breaking down hydrogen or breaking out hydrogen from water, so you can actually use it as a fuel. But I still don't know how those systems would really work. But if they're using hydrogen as a fuel, that'd be actually pretty dope, because it's like driving a car off of water. I think that's pretty dope. But I don't know. They would have to implement that on some kind of scale that is very easy to manufacture and make it for daily use and reliable. You know what I'm saying? It'd be super weird to just drive up to a pump and you just pump water into your car. You know, that'd be super weird. You know, we already don't have that much water on this earth, and now we're like putting in our cars to drive around. You know, but I don't really see that as something that they would really want to do. I don't see that kicking off. I think, in my honest opinion, electric is going to be the future, bro. I think electric is going to continue to be the future, and it's going to move that way, because as long as we have sunlight 12 to 14 hours out of the day, we're going to keep driving. It's one of the cleanest sources. Yeah, we have batteries and stuff, you know, how to break them down. That it does have its own possible future, how the way you dispose of batteries. Yeah, I understand that has its own carbon footprint, but if all cars turn electric right now, CO would just shoot right down. Carbon monoxide would just shoot right down. All this toxic air and all this toxic combustion would just damn near clear up the ozone already. So this is my honest opinion. Just throwing out this to be theoretical with you. Okay, then I believe 40. Blah blah blah. Well, an M550 is another type of car, but then now once again, an M550, yes, it has the M packaging, but look at the amount of money you're spending for that car. Can you get an Imperial car for the price of an M550 2018? You probably could. At that point, M550s are still expensive, so you can get a full-fledged F80 M3, probably one with really low miles, like a 2016, 2017, maybe a 2018, for the price of the 2018 M550. You know what I'm saying? Those cars are still dope. They're fire though. One of my friends actually has one. I forgot, but I mean to hit him up. It's still a dope car, but at the end of the day, it's not. It has the performance, and then you could just get a simple stage 1 on it, tune, and call it a day. You might not have to do too much, and you just have the power there. But it all depends on what you want to get the car for. M550 is more of a lounge car. It has the power. It has the power. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. But at the end of the day, it's not a race car. No problem. What's going on, Sound? What's going on, yo, Boost? I am able to find a flame map on. Can you do flame map on high flow cats? You can do burbles, and burbles and crackles and pops and stuff. But if you want to do flame map, you should completely decat the car. Decat it, because you're gonna burn it up. It's gonna burn it up. All the fuel that they're gonna be dumping into the exhaust, it's gonna burn up the cats, and what's the point? So just go with I'm assuming you have a 3.7. Yeah, just go with test pipes, and that's it. Go with test pipes and whatever muffler lead or exhaust you have, and then have the flame map added. That's my best recommendation. Okay, I appreciate that, PTV, for the badge, man. I appreciate the donation to the channel. Thank you for the $3.50. I'm gonna get some pizza with that later. I really would. I'm gonna get some pizza with that. Hey, Boost. When are you coming to Dallas? Good question. I don't think I'm gonna come to Dallas. I'm keeping it honest with you. I don't think I'm gonna come to Dallas. When I somehow make my way to Texas, I'm probably gonna visit Houston. I'm going to probably visit Houston and let everyone else know in the surrounding cities, like, hey, what's up? Unless I get a lot of time off. Like, let's say if I had a week off and I went to Texas, then maybe I'll do something where I'll stay in, like, Dallas 2 days, Houston 2 days. What's the other cities down there? Austin, maybe 2 days. Something like that I would consider doing. But, you know, I still have a day job and my time is very limited until, you know, maybe I get very successful off of YouTube. And then maybe I can do stuff like that. Because other YouTubers don't do that. I would really do that shit, because that stuff is tax write-offs and stuff like that. When you go visit and spend that type of money on their business, all that stuff is tax write-offs. So I would definitely do that if I had that type big of a YouTube following and I had the time to do that. But I would love to meet almost every single one of the followers that I have, or subscribers, or people who just bang with your boy Boost. Like, I would love to meet every single one of y'all. And that's the one thing I learned about having to meet in Brooklyn and having to meet in Atlanta. Like, and also having to meet in sometime last year in Long Island. I really appreciate talking to every single one of y'all, and it was so fun. Like, it's so much fun. Dallas is a dope city though. Doesn't mean I won't visit there, but I would, if I'm going to Texas, I'm gonna go to Houston first. Did I miss any questions? Okay, cool. No, I didn't. All right, cool. Do you think you're gonna come to Miami? As of right now, at BG, if you haven't been paying attention, I talked about it in my last live. I haven't really let much people know about it. I'm trying to, all right, I'm gonna keep it 100 for the people that's watching. So I have a trip to Fort Lauderdale with my shorty the first week of September. The only time I'm free to meet up with any of you guys is going to be Friday, September 3rd. I hit up Turbo P and a couple other people that's in the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area and say, hey, let's try to set up a meet. So I haven't brought it to YouTube yet because I'm very worried about what may happen with the whole Florida and the Miami thing going on with your specific governor, and they're talking about the COVID again. I'm not afraid of COVID, but the thing is, I know COVID brings restrictions, and I don't want to fly down to Fort Lauderdale knowing that I'm not going to sit in a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I live in New York City right now where they want you to have a vaccination card to walk into a restaurant. Like, so I don't know what Florida's going to do. I doubt they're going to do something like that, but I want to be able to know that I'm going to go down there and I'm not going to have those type of stuff dealing with it. So I'm going to let you know as of right now, I'm supposed to be able to set up a meet September 3rd, Fort Lauderdale area, on that Friday, somewhere in the evening, afternoon, evening time, probably to later night, because I know some people probably work that day. That's the only day I'm available. So we'll see what happens. I'll let YouTube know as the time comes. I'm going to probably really bring that one to YouTube because I know there's a huge following down there. And it'll most likely be evening, night meet, not during the day, because I don't have the time. I really don't have the time to, like, really meet up with much of you guys. So we'll see what happens, just to keep it 100. What's a good 600 wheel horsepower setup for a 3.0 TQ50? Sound view, wow, you're trying to make 600 wheel. We're going to have to change out your stock turbos. So those are going to have to go. If you want to get 600 wheel easier, you're going to have to go with pure stage 2 turbos. Pure stage 2 turbos. They're on back order. It's very hard to get right now. There's so much people. There's a high demand for them. Then the second thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to switch over to a different fuel. Just to make it easier, switch over to a different fuel. The fuel is going to be E85 fuel. Once you go, and for you to run E85 fuel on this fuel system, you're going to have to go with an upgraded high pressure fuel pump. And I'm talking about the big bore ones, the expensive ones, not the smaller fuel pumps. I'm talking about you're going to spend between $1,800 to $2,200 for this fuel pump. Yes. You're going to go with a low pressure fuel pump upgrade for the in-tank pump. You can go with the AMS version, but most people are, at least from what I'm reading, sounds like you should go with the spool performance one. They're coming out with like a stage 2 or stage 3 low pressure fuel pump upgrade. It just keeps the pressure up. But 600 wheel, you should get away with it with just the regular AMS in-tank upgraded fuel pump, which is like $200. You're going to want to get a flex fuel kit, because you want to be able to read the amount of ethanol or E85 in the tank, a certain percentage of it. And you're going to need to pair it with a couple of other breathing modifications, such as intakes and or full CATBACK exhaust with full downpipes. And a reputable tuner. Shout out to Go Race Box, which is a sponsor of the Q60. But also you do have AMS and a few other tuners out there who are doing their damn thing. So that's the only way you can really get to 600 wheel horsepower. Turbos, fuel system, and bolt-on modifications. And also heat exchanger too. You're going to need an upgraded heat exchanger because this car will start to heat up pretty fast, especially with the amount of boost you're trying to push. All right, how about Charlotte, North Carolina? I don't know if I'm gonna ever make it to Charlotte. I know Speed Coaches lives pretty close, is in North Carolina, but as of right now, the summer's almost over, and I don't really have a lot of time off coming up. I do have some time in October. I could possibly make that happen, but I know that, you know, I would just have to talk with him about it, but I didn't really think about taking a drive down to North Carolina. I never really thought about it. If I do, I'll probably would do that with like my shorty, whatever, because I know I could bring somebody along the ride with me and, you know, just meet up with Speed Coaches and have a meet. I think he's in Greenville. Is he in Charlotte? I can't remember. Or Charleston? I can't remember. That's Charleston. I think it's South Carolina. But that's something I would consider too. I'm not gonna lie, I would consider that. But we gotta wait and see, because a lot of this stuff, as I've said, I made a video about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, talk about this. You guys would like me to visit, but this stuff ain't cheap. And I don't like asking for money, but yo, if you guys really want to bang with your boy Boost, the best way is to like all my videos and watch every single video from the start to finish. Literally, watch every video from start to finish. Or let it play. Like, if you fall asleep, let it play on the phone. Like, just get the runtime up and the likes up. That stuff actually really helps the channel out, and it brings in more revenue. Some people do donate to the channel. I really appreciate everybody who donates to the channel. They donate $1, $2. Somebody here donated $3.50. This stuff helps, and I take this money and I put it right into my piggy bank for modifications for the cars. And in this case, if people are really serious, they were like, hey, we want Boost to come out here, I will definitely pull up if you guys want to support it. Somebody shout to the follower who stated to me, hey, they would like me to come out to Denver. And I said, yo, bro, I would love to, but I don't know if I have a huge following out there, and it's not one of the biggest cities I want to visit. If you guys want to fly me out there, or if you guys want to donate something towards, you know, the room or whatever, I'll do it. Like, or to the ticket, I'll pull up. And it was like, give me your Cash App and PayPal. So if it happens, it happens. But I don't mind meeting up with you guys. Don't give a fuck about COVID here. Yeah, okay, so funny, see so much queues in Florida. Cool. Hey, Boost, do you think you could message me back when I talk about a couple things? Adian, if you did send me a message recently, you might be in my, I think, primary or general messaging. I don't know if I might have got back to you. I really haven't went through my messages. I don't answer messages Monday through Thursday, Monday through Friday. So unless like it gets too backed up or I get some time off. But I try my best to answer messages on the weekend, and I've been super busy all day. So that's why I don't really get back to messages. And then also on top of that, guys, I do offer this as a free service, but I do ask you guys to donate if you can. You know, if you guys want to donate $1, like, yo, thank you, Boost, for answering every single question for the last 6 months of asking questions. And none of you guys donate not $1. Like, I know I'm here, I'm giving y'all, but just imagine if you had almost 12,000 people doing that all at the same time. It gets a lot. It's a lot, you know. At some point, if I get big enough, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. I'm not going to be able to do this. So, you know, at the end of the day, keep supporting your boy Boost, because I ain't going to forget about y'all. Hey, Ukraine is in the chat. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, you going to GQ/VQ tomorrow? Well, there's a Nissan something event tomorrow, I think in Jersey. So I was considering it. I'm still considering it. I haven't made my mind up yet. But if I do make my mind up, I'll probably make it up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, depending on how the night goes, I'll wake up and then I'll just head out there. You ever come to Cali, bro? Oh, Ruben. That's how you pronounce it, right? Shout out to you, Ruben. Good question. So, here's an update for the people who are watching. I did hit up Fresh Kicks. Yes, I hit up Fresh Kicks. He actually got back to me. And I stated to him, like, hey, bro, I would love to, I think it would be great for our followers, our subscribers, that, you know, we do a collabo video and, like, maybe a meet or something like that outside of the LA area. And he said he never really did anything like that. He usually just pulls up on meets. So he said he would actually consider it. And I said, listen, bro, I'll just take care of everything. I'll be in contact with people in Cali. But if you would like to meet up, bro, like, we can make this happen. So he said, appreciate it. Let him know. So, yeah. Your boy Boost is going to come to LA soon. And I'm going to make sure when I come to LA, I'm going to try to make sure I can get Fresh Kicks. And I know there's a couple other YouTubers. Because I realized there's really no big YouTubers meets like that in Cali. So, but Fresh Kicks did get back to me. But at the end of the day, he may forget. So I might in the future might have to make a couple posts on IG, and I might have to ask a bunch of you guys to like tag his name in the post, just so he don't forget. Like, we can make it happen, because at the end of the day, he's a bigger YouTuber. He don't really have to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's beneficial for me to be on his channel than it's more beneficial for me to get on his channel, because I could get the subs rather than him come to mine. You guys already bang with him. But at the end of the day, I still wouldn't mind meeting up with Fresh Kicks. He's the biggest Nissan YouTuber basically on YouTube. And I think it'll be super dope knowing that I got a lot of Q50, Q60 fans out here that appreciate your boy Fresh Kicks too. And I think we can make it happen. That'll be super dope. Chicago, I've been to Chicago a few times. I'm not gonna be to Chicago in a while. I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know the next time I'm even gonna go to Chicago right now, because Chicago is just as strict as New York and confused. But I like Chicago. I definitely like Chicago, but I don't think I'm going to Chicago. I don't know if I'm even gonna go there next year. I don't even know. I honestly don't know him, because I know Chicago gets cold before New York gets cold. So I already know Chicago's out for this year, and next year we'll probably have to wait around and see. But you never know. At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. You never know, because as the channel grows, my life changes. I like to continue to progress in my own life, free up time, and pretty much buy my time back. And yo, you never freaking know. It might be, yo, you never know. So I'm just trying to put that stuff in the universe, because I don't want to sit there and say, no, I'm not going to do it. Because if I say, no, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. So gotta have a meet in BX, bro. I don't know about coming to the BX, bro. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm a Brooklyn dude. Yo, nah, son. If I come to the BX, man, there's going to be chocheros everywhere, bro. Like, it's going to be mad bachata music, yo. But I'm not. But shout out to all the BX family out here, man. Much love and respect to all of y'all dudes, whatever. Like, not saying it can't happen. Definitely. I don't see why it can't happen. But when I did have the meet, was here in Brooklyn. I know it's a different areas, but I see that there's a couple of BMW dudes out there. Shout out to One Stock F30. I know that they pretty much heavy over there with the BMW heads. So definitely might be able to pull up on one of their meets, whatever. But I'm not gonna pull up in the C63 because they don't like Mercedes out there. So beans. Shout out to you, TV again, man. I appreciate the badge, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Yo, what's going on? Yeah, I'm going good, bro. I'm doing good. I'm just out here answering people's questions. I don't even know how long I even been up on this live. I'm gonna give it like another 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna be out. Because I really don't have much more updates, so I'm gonna just repost this live, and hopefully some people catch on to it and you know, see if they might have missed anything. But yeah, I'm doing good. Everything is well. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling over here. You know, it is what it is. So those are pretty much the updates I have for the cars and everything like that. Oh, we won't be able to have an appreciation meet at All Out Motorworks in Long Island. I was trying to set that up for you guys, but All Out Motorworks is kind of having some issues with the area and sound and parking and cars. So he just chose to not deal with that because he's just having some issues with some of the neighbors. So we won't be able to have a Long Island meet at All Out Motorworks. So at some period in the next, I would say hopefully in the next month, I'm going to try my best to still work with Boost Fiend and a couple other people that live in Long Island and have a local meet sometime on a Sunday. So we're going to make that happen. Are you planning on another meet in the city before it gets cold? Well, Bay, that's kind of what I'm going to try to do, but it'll probably be in Long Island this time. We could definitely do a meet back in Brooklyn again, as long as GQ and some of the team are definitely want to make it happen. But shout out to Pure VQs and NJ. I do want to go to one of their meets because I know there's a lot of New Jersey heads, and I know they might not be able to make it to the last one. So definitely going to try to see if I can set something. They said they're going to let me know the next meet may be coming up in the next couple weeks. If I'm free, I'm going to be able to pull up. If I'm not, then it's going to suck. But I'll let you guys know. But the next meet I will look to try to go to if is Pure VQ or NJ VQ's meet. I forgot I'm pronouncing their IG tag wrong, but I like to pull up on what it is. And then I would like to host one in Long Island for Long Island heads that didn't make it. What's up, Boost? AMS Sport Heat Exchanger. Okay, got you, bro. Don't worry, you're gonna be good, bro. Just make sure when they install the heat exchanger that they bleed it out properly. That's the most important thing. You need to do a Friday car meet. I don't usually on Fridays. I'm usually going out, man. I'm in the streets. I'm hanging out with my shorty. I'm hanging out with my peoples. And I really don't really hang out and do car stuff like that. I was never really that guy, at least when I started YouTube. Before YouTube, when I was a Maxima dude, yeah, I used to go to a bunch of car meets and stuff like that. But car meets now aren't like car meets back in the day. Car meets back in the day, everyone meets up, talk, we have different builds, and then we go to the races, and then people go and race, and it was a good time. Now it's like everyone just meets up and either slides their car if they're rear-wheel drive, or a bunch of flame maps and popping, which is kind of cool, but it makes too much noise. So it attracts police too much, and I don't really like that. Yo, you should do a meet when the drag strip opens back up in Long Island. I doubt that drag strip in Long Island is gonna be a problem. That drag strip in Long Island is gonna be a problem. I think it's a quarter mile, an eighth mile, and that area is super quiet. So they're only testing it out. They're not gonna want to set up meets and stuff like that in Long Island. They're not gonna like that. Oh yeah, they popping shit, annoying as fuck. Well, yeah, E30 N55. So BMW head, yes. Before I go, I'm gonna close this video with this. The reason why I'm saying is, why do BMW dudes get so butthurt? Like, why? I have mad respect for all car platforms, right? But if y'all lose, maybe not N55 guys, N54 guys, but when they have M power on their car, like legit M power, when they're officially a M car, they have to beat everything. If they don't beat everything, they're like, fuck that. And I mean, I know a plenty of M dudes. And I have M dudes here that used to be Q dudes or G dudes that got M cars. But if you've only been with BMW gang, they just think it's like the pinnacle of performance. And that's it. Like they're supposed to beat everything. And if anything is ever close to them, they think that car's trash. I don't understand that. I don't. And it's like, motherfuckers really get butthurt. Chill the fuck out, bro. It's just cars. Like, I know somebody probably got shot because they lost in their BMW. Like, they got out and was like, yo, I really lost to this freaking car and I had an M8. Nah, son. Just imagine the fact that you went to the dealership. Shout out to an old coworker of mine, right? It was a funny joke, and this is how it went, because I'm not really funny at telling jokes. So he said, yo, just imagine going to a dealership and buying a M8 right off the lot. And then right when you're on your way home flying, having a good time, speeding, you know, and some dude in a fucking Q50 just gives you buses. Wouldn't you go right back to the fucking dealership and be like, yo, I didn't pay you guys all this money to lose to a fucking Q50? And I think that's what it is. Like, people understand. I'm going to make this statement. Fuck that. And I'm going to dip on this after this. So if you guys have any more questions after that, just hit me up in my DM after this, because I'm not going to answer more questions. Just imagine, right? I'm going to make this statement. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. We all are car enthusiasts. We all got to start somewhere. But this, in my honest opinion, when you start off from the top, you don't learn to have respect for anyone who's below you, right? You don't learn that. You don't learn to understand it. So if you've always been M power, you don't learn to respect anything, any tuning, anything under that, or anything outside of that, right? But when you start down here, when you start from the shittiest cars, the Corollas from 1988, rusted, holes in the floor. I've done this shit. I've had a 1987 Mazda MPV. I put in gasoline and I put in oil and coolant oil at the same time because I had a rust bucket piece of shit. And same thing with my 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And in my 96 Maxima, which had a hole in the floor. Like, I know how it is to start at the bottom. Complete at the bottom. So as I continue to go up the totem pole, I keep being humble. Because at the end of the day, it's just cars. Cars are getting nicer, they're getting faster, but at the end of the day, it's just cars. But when you start off here, I think sometimes you start off here, there's a lack of knowledge and respect. You just go out there and buy the best and think that you're the best. Nah, man. I think it's when you gotta earn that shit. You gotta go out there and put in the work. You don't have to start from the bottom. You know, we all have different accesses in life. But when you up here and you have that arrogance, is when you get knocked off that totem pole so easy. Period. Hellcat dudes. Okay. Let me not come at Hellcat dudes. I love Hellcat dudes because I got some Tri-Quote people on on my channel and my IG that I love what their performance is. But at the end of the day, when you go out there and you buy some of the most powerful cars, you think you could beat everything. I'm gonna throw this out there too. I was watching a video from check out the video, I forgot, Straight Pipes. I think it's Straight Pipes. They compared the red eye Hellcat Charger versus the new M5 CS in a roll race. That Hellcat Charger, red eye, almost 800 horsepower. Dyno's like high 6s, low 7s. The fucking the M5 CS, which is coming out, the most powerful M5, is walking the red eye Charger in a row. They're both stock. That just lets you know you can go out there and buy the biggest fucking gun, the highest numbers, and think you're gonna do something, and somebody else that's just gonna come there and just finesse you. Just fucking finesse you. That's just my honest opinion. So outside of that, I'm gonna dip out. You guys tell me what you think. Hit me up in my DM if I missed any of your questions. I'm sorry. I'm about to head back in. It is my Saturday, my day off. I got a bunch of things I got to do. I got to go back and editing and all this other shit. So I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me on this live. Thank you for the donation, brother. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate it so much. And I'm going to repost this live for any of y'all that might have missed the start. So I'm going to repost it because I was talking about some other shit too. All right? So tell me what you think. I'm dipping off. All right? I appreciate you guys so much. You guys know. Oh, shout out to Daily Q50. Daily Q50 in the chat. One of the fastest fucking cars out there, bro. Check you guys out, man. I'm checking out, guys. Later. I don't even know how to X this thing out. Later, guys.